Hey guys, it's TheFrXion here, or TigerTank12, however you want to call me. And today, we're back in World of Tanks. And I'm desperately trying to open a yogurt. And I finally managed to do that, but we're gonna continue with our commentary. So, yeah, that was a weird entry. But we're back in World of Tanks, and today we're taking a look at the Ru251 Spähpanzer, which is pretty much my favorite tank right now to play, and is the Tier 8 German light tank. This vehicle follows right after the Spähpanzer 1C, and that thing was decent, but it was not as much fun as this one. This is, I think, the fastest tank in the game if you're going in a straight line. And heck, does this tank have a great gun. You are pretty much running around with a 90mm, I don't know, it's probably it's some German gun. You have the 90mm DM13 round, which has about 190mm of penetration. And this pen at tier 9, tier 8 and tier 10 is absolutely fine. With the premium ammo that you have about 250mm of penetration with heat rounds. So the reason why this tank is so much fun is obviously because of the mobility. I'm enjoying this tank quite a lot because this vehicle has the mobility, it has the freaking amazing gun and great gun handling and a freaking rate of fire that you wouldn't believe, and it's just so versatile. You can use it really in a lot of situations. Obviously it's a light tank, so some of these situations need to be adjusted upon sometimes. I mean, you obviously cannot engage tier heavy tanks on a one-on-one engagement right there, which I did right there, but I did that because nobody was shooting me, and I was certain that I was going to be able to penetrate that ST1 in the front. So yeah, we're playing on the map Overlord, and this is pretty much D-Day. I'm not sure if it's Omaha Beach or if it's one of the other beaches, but I'm pretty sure it's one of the American beaches, one of the three where the Americans landed. And you can see right here, this tank does not take shots lightly. It's very lightly armored, and I'm definitely going to try to make a preview video or just a little review video of this vehicle. And the feeling that you need to get with this tank is when to take your time and to push. I'm playing this vehicle much more like a medium tank, kind of, just because of this amazing gun. And you can see with the reload time, we're able to just smack this AMAX 30 in a very short amount of time, twice, and we're able to take out this T-54 without any problems. So yeah, this is definitely one of the reasons why I love this vehicle. I've been playing a lot of light tanks recently, and none of them have been quite as much fun as this vehicle. That is primarily because I have not unlocked a lot of stuff on certain vehicles, and because I just did not play a lot of World of Tanks recently. So I got frustrated very fast, and I was just very, very unhappy with the state of World of Tanks, with my teams especially, so that I kind of left it on the side for quite a time. But since there's a new test server out, and since I've been having some good games, I've been getting back into the flow, you know, playing some light tanks, some medium tanks, even some heavy tanks, and I'm really trying to get the T62A because I like my Object 140, but I'm just really not feeling it right now. I want to play the T62A because that thing is an HD tank. I know that sounds very superficial, just because that vehicle has like a HD model And I don't know, there's a complete different feeling that I have when I play the T62A, and I played that vehicle quite a few times on test servers, or you know, when you get the tank as a rental. But back to this vehicle, you can see that we have just overtaken this entire 9 and 0 line with a few other medium tanks, and we have been quite successfully dealing a lot of damage. And this is the beauty of this vehicle. If you can get the sides or the rear of the enemy, you can dish out the damage with this vehicle. It has such a good fire rate, it has such good penetration that you can easily penetrate the side armor of tier 9 and tier 10 tanks. And you can see just how easy it works right there. So we're all the way up to 2,514 damage. For my standards, even on this vehicle, that is pretty good. But we're still able to do some more damage, and you can just see the mobility. This is not even a fully upgraded tank. It's definitely not one of those tanks that is great at active scouting. So we have to still keep in mind that this is a scout, because it may be fast, but you lose the speed very, very, very quickly if you you know, if you change your direction. If you're not driving in a straight line, you will quite easily lose your speed, which is pretty bad. But it's something you have to get used to. But in my opinion, it's definitely an improvement over the SP1C, which it didn't have the mobility, first of all, and it had like this gun, which was okay, was decent, but not that great. It's also a 90mm gun on the SP1C, but the problem that I had with that tank is just that I was not feeling, I did not really know how to play it correctly. I didn't know if it was just, you know, a passive scout kind of vehicle, or if it was an active scout. And in my opinion, it was a little bit too slow for my taste. It was really small. It would fit into into really small places behind small covers. You had a decent gun, but it just did not live up to the expectations that this vehicle right here lives up to. This SP1C definitely, no, Ru251 is one of those vehicles that may be not the best of the class. I mean, all the tier 8 medium tanks, no, light tanks are a lot of fun to play, and I'm not sure if the T54 lightweight or the T49 are better options, because I don't own either of them. But I have to say, I have a lot of fun playing the Ru251. I'm able to do 3,504 damage easily in such games, just because of the mobility and because this gun just rocks. So definitely, if you're looking for a tank that is really a lot of fun to play, that can take 1 or 2 shots as a light tank, of course, you should not get shot, but you can take 1 or 2 shots. You can see I lost all my HP. I lost my vehicle in the end of the game, but still I managed to do at least 3k damage, a bit more than 3k, and I was able to pretty much roam around the map without any problems. But of course, this is going to be different from game to game, so you want to preserve your HP most of the time, but you can still nonetheless take a shot, since your HP pool is 1,200 HP. That is, I think, almost the same as the T54 lightweight. Yeah, so pretty much I love this vehicle. It's a lot of fun, and I'll try to make a review video of this vehicle, so you guys can find out the complete detail of just how much fun you can have with this vehicle.